Peace, Neters and Netters. That's goddesses and gods. This is your Netter brother, Andre. It's been a while since I've did a true video speaking on a topic where I really wanted to build a little bit in depth. I'm not going to go real far in depth, but I had to address those who are within my following or whatever, or my friends page and within our circle and extended circles. I had to address something that's pertaining to all of us in the community, something that's affecting all of us in the community. And I'm gonna go right into it. I was tagged into a video by the brother Patrick Johnson, who's a very good friend of mine and a very respected Netter and Elohim in the community. Um, and the video he tagged me in was by the sister Ossetson Imperial, and she was dropping it. I mean, it was incredible, the passion that she spoke with and the truth that she spoke with as far as what we're dealing with now in today's society with these Yorugus, these beasts, these parasites, these troglodytes in the system, these chemtrails, everything. I've spoken on this for years, and I was on a movement to try to, get some people to go back to Africa and see the motherland continent on a spiritual journey, just like our brother Kwesi does. Our elder, respected elder Kwesi. Let me correct myself. All right. And Baba Kwesi brings a very important aspect to going back to the motherland. He teaches with these tourists, because let me get this straight, with these not tourists, with these tour guides can't teach you. These tour guides, first of all, are non-true Africans. They are not the Nubians that are rightful owners of that land, that are the rightful true indigenous people of that land. So with that being said, when you get the true story, the true meaning of the hieroglyphics, the messages, the chants, the stories, the depictions, and the depth behind them on those pyramid walls, on those temple walls, on those ceilings, and even on the floors, and those sarcophaguses. If I messed up that word a little bit, forgive me, people. But when you get those meanings from somebody who knows the culture, somebody who's from the culture, who's of the culture, who studied the culture truly from an inside perspective versus somebody who was outside, because Egyptologists are not people who know the true spirituality and practices of the people from Egypt, which is the modern day name of our true name of Kemet. So going back into it, what the sister was speaking on, it touched my soul because she's talking about how we need to get together. We got to stop playing around. We got to stop BSing. It's too many of us BSing. I was on Facebook for a while, and I just started feeling like, what am I doing here? And I felt like I was touching the people. I was reaching the people, so I felt like I didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to just let go and say, all right, now it's time for me to just hang it up and, whatever, my time on this platform is done. I still wanted to reach people because every now and then you got something that comes across your mind, and the ancestors speak to you often when you're truly attuned in the nighttime hours, the daytime hours, wherever, and you want to share that with the people as much as possible because it's given to you so you can share it with the people, okay? But I started feeling like, what am I doing here? Why am I on this page? People aren't motivated to do what's necessary to uplift our people, to truly awaken us to the point where we motivated and we get out there and we start doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I felt like I was wasting my time. So I'm listening to this sister speaking that unadulterated, unfiltered, non-watered down truth, and I said, "Dag, she must have felt my soul." I'm not the only one going through this, and I'm not that naive or arrogant or something like that, whatever words you want to use. to say that I'm the only one going through this. I know it's a lot of people out there going through it. You know what I'm going through, because I know it's a lot of us star seeds out there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of us light bearers out there. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, we have to know also that others have to be going through what we're going through as well. Because nobody wants to sit out here and put out a bunch of work and not see the fruits of their labor come forth. Okay? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody is doing this just for nothing. We want to see something, in return. We want to reap what we've sown. We want to see the benefits of our labor, the benefits of our work, the benefits of our sacrifices. You know what I mean? Being manifest in the community, being manifest in our own lives. And I'm making strides in my own personal life. But I'm not just here for me. I wasn't sent here just for my own personal life. You know what I mean? Just like many of you weren't. We're here for a higher and deeper purpose that is way bigger than just ourselves, that is way bigger than just our personal households. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come into this knowledge of self just to keep it amongst ourselves and amongst our small circles. We weren't connected with the ancestors and the omniverse and the truth within them all that is within us, you know what I mean, in our DNA, our spiritual and physical DNA, to keep it in ourselves. We were given this knowledge. We were given this information. We were given this connection. We were given this spiritual insight to use it, to uplift, to help us all to vibrate higher on a much higher frequency than what we've been vibrating on, to break the matrix. So with that being said, I started feeling like you try to reach out to some of these people and open their eyes only to find out that you're not only fighting these beasts. This is what I was feeling like. You're not only fighting these beasts, but you're also fighting our own people, you know what I'm saying, within this artificial matrix. Our own people who look at you like, oh, you a weirdo, you know what I'm saying, and delusional for speaking the truths that you've come to know as facts, that maybe they just haven't been exposed to yet or don't care to be exposed to. And that's the bad thing right there. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, and they're so mentally colonized and programmed, you know what I mean, by their enemies that they don't even care to know what the truth is or seek whether what they know is truth or non-truth, truth or fiction, should I say. So it's sad because the true enemies' ways are who's they're siding with. And they are destroying themselves by doing so. Like Karis Wells said in that song in the late 80s, self-destruction. Karis said it a long time ago, self-destruction. That's what we're doing. You're headed for self-destruction. Yeah. Because we're not living like we're supposed to be living. We're not vibrating on the frequency we're supposed to be vibrating on, you know what I mean, or reverberating on. We're not eating the proper foods. We're watching a lot of negative imagery, thinking it's okay to see our women disrespecting each other, fighting amongst each other and bickering amongst each other, fighting over each other's men. You know what I'm saying? Cheating in the whole nine. Our men out there disrespecting women, being deadbeat dads. Mothers not letting the dads that want to be good dads see their kids. Putting it all on a TV show, Maury and everything else. And now this live TV show stuff that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to seem old school, but I'm keeping it real. Our ancestors had such an advanced technological and spiritually heightened culture because they practice certain steps. They had certain things in place in their culture that they followed to a T, that made them, vibrate higher, that helped them and aided them in advancement in all kinds of sciences, helped them to communicate through telecommunications long before the invention of a telephone. We mentally communicated with each other. It's called telepathy. You know what I'm saying? We telepathically communicated with each other. We were that advanced. We used a part of our brain that we don't use today. We only use 1/5 of our brain. We were so advanced, we know how to tap into that other part of our brain that we have lost connection with in this modern day and time. We know how to tap into our pineal glands. So the masses of our people have no idea how deep this really goes. There has been a full-blown, covert war being waged against our people right in front of our faces, but most of us act like this shit is normal and how it's supposed to be. And those who do know that it ain't supposed to be like this, they just accept it as the religious end of the world. But it ain't no spook god up in the sky, you know what I mean, that's bringing the end of the world. It's these MF and parasites down here, you know what I'm saying, that's ending your world while you sit back in the sunken place, you know what I'm saying, and you let them do this. I'm thankful to and for the people that I've come across in my life along the way that have contributed period regularly, you know what I'm saying, to my eyes being open, keeping me on the path, you know what I mean, or just putting me on the path in the beginning period by sharing some knowledge with me. Back in the day, we had a term called each one teach one. I guess we don't do that no more. You know what I mean? I'm thankful for my own inner desire and burning fire within my soul and my source self, you know what I'm saying, to awaken, liberate, and uplift, you know what I'm saying, my people mentally, physically, and etherically / spiritually. Because too many of our people have died, you know what I'm saying, in this war that's being waged on our people that y'all refuse to acknowledge. Too many of our people have died at the hands of these wicked ways and wicked beasts fighting to defend their families and your family against these wicked beasts. And I know I'm an outcast amongst the masses. But guess what? Truthfully, I don't give a F. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be in the know. I'm glad to know real truth. To my ancestors, from my direct bloodline lineage, to the civil rights leaders, the freedom fighters, the black power activists, to the people that revolted while they was trying to get us and capture us in the motherland, people that was over here, you know what I mean, in the Americas, before the slave trade started and began. Our great Ma'afa began, before our great Ma'afa began, you know what I'm saying? To the modern day Asafos, Neters, and Netters, goddesses and gods. I know who really put it on the line for me. I know who died in the trees. I know who died in them streets, in them fields, and on them boats, and in them cells. And that's still dying in these streets and in these cells. You did not die in vain. I live for you. I live for the present and the future of our people as well. All those doing the same, I see you and I recognize you. You know what I mean? And I love you for it. Even though you might not see me on your page, on your post, you know what I'm saying, liking all of the stuff that you put out because of my family life and my work life that prevents me from having the time to be able to do so much things that I would like to do. I support you. I see you, acknowledge you, and I love you for it. We are one no matter what. Star seeds, light bearers, gatekeepers, awakeners, sorcerers. Let me break down that word sorcerer first. Source is the key word in there. The root word, source, sorcerers. That's us. We from the source. We are the source. We're an extension of the source. Okay? So star seeds, light bearers, gatekeepers, awakeners, sorcerers, divine beings, period. The power is in us. So let's bring this thing home and finish what we were sent here to do. And let's get motivated economically as well as mentally, as well as spiritually, as well as physically, because we will need to be on point in all of these aspects of our reality in order to bring about the desired reality that we wish to see and that we know needs to be reestablished to bring back meiotic balance, organic balance, truth. You know what I'm saying? This is your Neteru brother Andre. 360 degrees of wholeness, balance, perfection, and power. Again, I will repeat, the power is in us. So let's bring this thing home and finish what we were sent here to do. Ashe, and I say, Abiba for Houdier.